And we're back.
Hi, everybody.
Guess who's back?
We are.
Back again.
No, it's just, we're not back again. We're just back.
We're back.
So we're going to go do Shiva.
And we're friends.
Aww.
Guess who's back?
That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
You want to take on Shiva?
Yes, we're already in queue.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's going on.
That was a flip. That was a quest flip.
I'm glad that we're doing Shiva because I'd love to continue in my crafting.
And
the crafting is
Ishgard,
like my favorite
part of the
this
game.
Yeah. So I would like to push through MSQ, unlock the other stuff.
In order to open up all the areas for crafting and gathering.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's Ishgard over there, up in the distance.
That's my goal. I want to see that. Because I really do love mining and all the other gathering things.
And crafting and all the little fiddly parts.
Still have all the best gear equipped. But what we're doing, it's like level 50 stuff.
Yes.
Right?
And
well, I may as well switch over to some
the duty support does not include this. So we can't try that out for this. It's mostly like the older dungeons and stuff. Because I think it's sort of in a beta state. They're like still
testing it a little bit.
Trying it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the sound of quest mode flying. Alright.
With the occasional quest wheel. Is this like the only mining spot in the area? Down here?
For metals, I think. There's also a spot for like the minerals.
Yeah, where are the minerals?
I think there's southwest of where you are. But I don't remember 100%.
Okay, so that one's still telling me that that's the highest level one. That might be the only one in the area. I don't know all the mining and everything super well.
The minerals might be up here, or in this area. I don't know, it's been a while. If I remember, Shiva's actually quite difficult.
Well,
Evil Tabaxi god is yelling.
should I get Jade or raw zircon?
Jade, I think, is more used. I think.
Maybe I can just turn on. Maybe I can just go gather like ice shards or something here.
I put on here because I'm not doing anything for gathering. Looks like we lost Twitch again.
Do we lose Twitch again?
Or at least a major slowdown.
Yeah, but just not Twitch.
Yeah.
It seems to come back.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I wonder what we're having issues with, specifically with Twitch.
Yeah, because we're not seeing that.
Over here.
Well, I guess we got a little bit of a slowdown over
A little slowdown. I mean, yeah. Not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming.
Well, we have storms rolling through the area
storms
today.
rolling through, so kind of makes sense, unfortunately.
It only seems to be intermittent.
Yeah.
Just little blips here and there.
And the recording is fine.
Yeah. I'm just gathering ice shards because you end up needing a ton of the stupid shards. Like, the first characters that we made and kind of ran through on, when I was doing mining and all the other stuff related to mining, it was the shards that I ran out of constantly.
Oh yeah, they're used in everything all the time.
And you're like, oh, I have plenty of those. And you have like 1,000, and you're just, no.
No, you really don't.
No, I don't. I don't even have
enough to make one souffle. Another thing you can do while we're hanging out here is these Ornery Caracools. If you kill them, they drop wool that you will need for weaving.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I want to come back here. Maybe on
baskets. See, I just got 8 baskets of fleece from
I see that. Maybe I can come back here on like a new class. And then just farm them for some experience while I'm also gathering.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
I have those, looks like. I think I'm gonna give myself, oh, there it is.
Swamp over.
Clip set. Commence. I think I'm gonna give myself a little project today because that monitor seems to be going. So when we're done today, I think I am gonna swap the monitor mount because we have another monitor that's bigger and
You should never have
clearer.
come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace.
But it is heavier. So I've got a heavier duty monitor stand that I can use.
So that's really simple.
We get stuff done and suplex it is what this person's saying.
It looks like there's some like AoE things that happen.
So stay out of poop.
It looks like people get hit with a like a debuff basically that causes an AoE to go off like a bomb around you. You move away from people.
See?
And then I'm guessing we kill the ads.
So it seems to be. I'm guessing the big ice, the snowflake pools are bad.
Probably.
Everyone's standing inside that circle. So it was either inconsequential or something you needed to stand in. I'm not sure.
I think based on how people are chatting, I think she's the lady Dimitrescu. She's fun. There's a lot of step on me on the energy. That might have been the step on.
I think so. I'm guessing stay away from each other when we have that little
Yeah, that's the case.
poop thing.
Back in the day when it was like, this was new, I remember it was really nasty. Now it seems
Didn't seem like that was such a big deal there.
pretty. Oh, we broke her empowerment thingy. Her primal summon.
Alright, there we go.
Alright, we did it. We did it.
Hooray. That was...
Ooh, cutscene.
drama.
Yeah, the love scene.
I know if we watch it, it's just gonna...
Well, I think we capture Ice Heart here. Moe Beard is very shocked we're alive.
Okay, so... what's going on here?
She's shocked that the way that Primal was summoned was she was embodying the Primal. Iceheart was embodying the Primal, as opposed to just summoning a separate entity, which has been heretofore unheard of.
Deliver the Odin report to Ornery.
That's
Why is it the Odin
class.
report?
Because it's Odin,
Oh.
the Primal.
Well, since... are we going back to, what we gotta be going back to?
We're going to this little fort here. That's in Waking Sands.
Yeah, I was looking at where it is. Cleared out of our inventory.
It says Alpha not in the building or just below.
Well, it says down. And... keep going.
So
Oh, yeah, he's in the building.
building.
Yeah. He's in the middle floor.
So I'm going through the whale entrance. The whale entrance worked flawlessly.
Yep. We're in.
Hi, Alpha not. Oh, you used the whale entrance, I see.
Now, I have no idea if there's sound here. So I'm gonna switch it over to you. Is there voice acting? Is there? What are we doing?
I'm talking.
You're talking.
No, there's no
Okay.
voice.
Then, we'll bring it back here. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah,
Okay.
read it.
So,
You know, Alpha
there
not.
she is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration. And one for which we have Wira to thank. Yes, you are right. Of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there's the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drummond, is the caravan ready? The supplies your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these self-same supplies the heretic stole from the house for Temp's caravan. Less the crystals, which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes, scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, on an unrelated note, Wira, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? And 'tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. huff, I guess, is the...
Huff. Huff.
Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of them. Oh, I do.
Oh,
Wow,
you
I do.
can bet I do.
I definitely do. I definitely think less.
I was just sorting my
Oh, I'm going back up to the whale exit.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Where we're going, we don't need whales.
Where are we going?
Camp Dragon House.
See, that was the whale exit. I ran out, I fell through it.
The whale teleported you.
Yeah. It's a quest whale.
Alright.
Its powers are myriad.
Can you do me a favor? Turn around.
Wait a second. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on in here? You're good. No, you're actually good. I'm just kidding.
Okay. What were you thinking, Wira? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway. Grumble, grumble, anger, anger. And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat. Mortal combat!
He's not angry, he's impressed.
Harshavant's always angry in my head.
Oh, okay. Fair. Harsh but fair. Harshafant but fair.
Harshavant but fair. Like, excuse me. Harshavant.
Harshafant.
By the fury, Wira, 'tis the stuff of ballads. A battle for the ages, what that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. Drama. But here you are now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Master Alfenard in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. This dude over here is wearing an outfit that looks like he's training attack dogs.
Yes.
Alright, going out.
Go in and talking to
around.
the intercessory guy. This one is voice acting.
Alright. Turn my sound off so you can't hear anything but my voice. You're gonna have to deal with it. Suck it, losers. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened. Then the agreement for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance, now, you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan? Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these trials know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is not like a brush with death to change a man's outlook. At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's toll. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
Like
The Holy
solid
See may
swing?
even yeah, pretty much. may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement. Rar, rar, rar. Gravel, gravel. So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service. We should be grateful for any aid you can provide. As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere. That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravinia's movements. I see. Once more, I must thank you. Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-sama could return? Deep in thought. The heavens are a window onto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure. But of course, you sought an excuse to Oh, sorry. Wrong voice. But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude them from manipulating them to serve its own interests. Choose your next words carefully.
Very intimidating.
I am a taciturn temple knight. I'll shut up now. Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not, yet here I am. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct. Fucking bootstraps. Master Lavalure, Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south. We are so glad to be of use to you. As we are to you, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
So smart.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations. Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that, at times, my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second in command will speak for me.
I will do the speaking now.
Oh, I have a name. Lucia, at your service.
Oh, I get a real voice.
Didn't we make a joke about her? One day I'll earn a name.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
One day I'll earn a name.
Pray excuse our reticence, but we are wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can set aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. She may also relay You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. And not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Hushmont, if you would be so kind. Certainly.
I'm so angry.
My hand. In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretic's recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained. Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough. Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garmald. Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend? Gravel. Here we are.
One of the new optional item mounts is just a porg. Sorry, you can't see this. I just had to show Lexi.
It is a legally distinct porg. But it is definitely a porg. They even fly like the porgs.
And you just cling on to its front.
But it is definitely legally distinct.
And it summons little porgs.
Is this a purchasable mount?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cute.
Just thought you should know. Let's go talk to Mephilia.
Dooba doo. And now we'll go to Revenant's toll.
And chat it up.
So what's the toll that the Revenant paid? Or is someone...
It's like to take a toll on you. You know, like, oh, that workout really took a toll on me. Hi, Tataru.
I'm not in there yet.
Okay.
Hey, Tataru. How'd the menage go? What? I mean, it's been a little while. In game, it's probably been a couple days.
Probably. Voice.
Then I'll keep it off. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you returned to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kothos, assuming you are ready to speak of it. Nod. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Summon.
She summoned a lot of primals, holy crap.
Troubled face. Oh no. Well, drama and worry. Ishad used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul. Master Louis Suarez's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal? As certain as we can be that good King
That's probably
the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned. Yeah.
Just do the same voice for that.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Isard retained her will, even as she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal wielding the power of primal. That's Thancred's voice for this session.
Got it. Good.
I'm going to come with a lot of voices.
She's just really peppy.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required, or maybe she's just special? What qualities this woman possesses, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. If you are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination. Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it sounds, it's really no different from what I've faced before, from what you faced before. Then mayhap it's time we re-examined our previous encounters. Pack your things, Zeta. We're going back to Britannia. Yes, sir. Standing around. About Isad's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hidalin speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she would doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted to her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravinian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction. Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that doing so thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded? Midgard Summer was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end, but he is dead, and his wisdom lost to the ages, unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Summer, I shudder to think how they are all connected. I shudder to think about how they're all connected too, I guess.
Apparently.
And she's sending us on another quest.
Going on another quest. Do. Quest, well. He has an alphanot of quests.
All right. Lyra, 'tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Roli has escaped. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Roli quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridianum? Meridanium? Yeah, I think it's Meridianum.
Okay.
Meridianum.
Meridianum.
Whatever. M. I am certain of it.
Castrum M.
With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as I speak, Captain Ilbert of the First are hot upon Roli's heels. Pray, make haste to Camp Blue Fog and to join the hunt.
Roly.
Bye, Tataru.
Roly.
Wait, are you doing a Jolene with Roly?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, bye.
Pew pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, Ilbert. That is
Thanks for coming, Scion.
Ilbert.
I have spoken to the soldiers here. They say Roly walked through the camp and not a bell ago. She walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Raban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her, and so here we are. Roly must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridanium. Here we go.
What was that from?
That's Mario.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Mario, they call him.
Mr. Mario, it's Mr. Mario. Mr. Mario, it's Mr. Mario.
All right. We had to split up for this.
That TV is really bugging me.
I know, our monitor is messing up really bad.
Yeah, like, we can't even see it half the time, so I'm gonna have to fix this. We missed a whole bunch of chat messages because the monitor is just all screwed up. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Alright.
No voicing.
Do I have to split up?
I already
You
did.
Okay. This wretch was with Rowley. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down. Not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own. God's damned harpy. Spit. With me, silence.
Spit.
We almost have her. And we go charging in.
Gotta fight a bunch of Imperial guys.
Okay, so is she, I guess she's actually a Nishguardian, Garlean spy. Alright.
Well.
I'm surprised. Usually they just sort of, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised the Garlands and the capitalists.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. We should do anything with Ilberd. He's trapped in this hand thing.
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I'm just killing everything. Sort of picking off the side guys, basically. Yeah. Bro Alley is actually a lean weight. Because once you get her down, like, she stays at 1 health.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Like,
you have to kill off all the allies. Signal. Big old thing.
yeah, this really is. I might have to do it over again because Ilberd is like down. Yeah. I didn't realize you had to kill like everything. I was just focused on her.
Oh yeah, go at almost all of these. It's like kill ads.
Yeah. they bring in a whole bunch of them, don't they?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. But you should blow them up pretty quick as a regiment.
Yeah, they're not taking all that long.
Looks like you're burning them.
Yeah. Oh, Garleans. Jeez, how many waves are they sending? Good lord.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering here.
Do you have healing spells in Revenant?
That's kind of good, but I have not had time to, like, prepare, and Ilber's down again. Like, what am I not doing?
I'm not sure.
I mean, okay, so I have one heal spell at this point.
Well, you could heal Ilbert.
Yeah. I've never been good at these. Ever.
These event things?
No. I've never been good at any of them. You know that.
Yeah. Well, always target the weakest guys first. And the healers and stuff.
I don't know which ones the healers are.
Well, like that cohort Medica.
See, you treat me like I've played Final Fantasy. I have never, ever played Final Fantasy seriously. You should know this. I have more interest in, Blitzball. That was legitimately my favorite part of Final Fantasy X is Blitzball. That should inform you. And that's my problem, is that the game is built around Final Fantasy fans. And I don't know what the hell any of it means.
You'll get it.
Probably not. There's so much going on. I need to simplify my AI too. That's another problem that I've got like all of this stuff going on, and I can't actually see like what's happening. I need to minimize everything, make it tiny. I can't even use my heal because it comes from a higher level.
Oh, it's locked down.
I just got it.
Kill that Aquaphilia thing.
This is my problem. I have no idea what any of this stuff does. in the game, they're like, yes, this means this. Wait, just call it a fucking healer. Just do that. Just say, this is healing, dude. This is what the healing dude does. This. It's like, I understand healing dude bad. Like, take out healing dude. Like, no, it's gotta be special. Now I'm getting killed over here. I'm not. But basically that. See? What? Okay, what the hell am I doing? Okay. Here, I'm putting it back on you. Go do stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure this out. Because I'm not gonna be beaten by this thing, but everything about my setup for this is just so wrong. I can't see anything on my screen, so I'm gonna change a whole bunch of stuff, and then try again.
Okay.
Because I'm not letting it beat me, but damn it, it's really frustrating. Okay.
Well, what you didn't see is there's a little cutscene after that where it's revealed that, in fact, one of the capitalists is working for them, but no one knows that. And it's that one capitalist that was like, hey, I want to help you guys, you know, so that was the twist there. Was that the guy who was like, no, refugees are good, I want to help them, is actually like secretly like, no, refugees are bad and I don't like them because I'm a jerk. That was the rundown of what happened. And I'm gonna make sure we're not voice acted in this part. Going back to Manphilia. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo.
Welcome back, my friend.
It is voice acted.
To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Gallian agent.
Oh, there we go. To think that Flame Marshal Raya was the Gallian agent, I know not what to say. Together with Rauban, Aline lent us much needed aid at the time of our order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Asians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moenbirda, the floor is yours. By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that allows us to capture Asian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of aether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store aether for a short while before expelling its contents. In addition to... it's Iriange, yeah. In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath. Meaning that if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it. 'Tis our belief that an Asian soul may become permanently undone if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure aether. The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be without knowing how much ether an Asian soul is composed of. We're basically guessing. Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea. During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a blade of light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of aether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe. Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of aether, one equal to that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion. That's all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell? I was trying to do the Papa Limo. If we had two pieces of white aurosite, one to trap the Ascian and the other to store the aether for the blade. Focus on the death claws too. They do a lot of damage. Nice try, but as I said, the stone won't hold aether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff here, and then, sorry to say. And therein lies the rub, finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose. 'Twould seem more research is in order. I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the aurosite. And I could use some help. Ranger, why don't you lend me a hand? Mine apologies, I'm required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended. Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you. Wow, she's going hard for Ranger. Well, you are afield. Word arrived from the Charlian motherland. You will recall that a survey party dispatched to investigate the incident inside the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality. Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture. What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldician. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or rejoining, as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence. All indications suggest Ascian movement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the dark beings call the one true God. We must pray that my dear friend Kirli regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery. Got it?
I did. That was...
Good job.
Well, I mean, the problem for me was that everything on the screen is just so big. I really needed to scale everything down because I couldn't even see what was happening. It was just a cluster.
Seeing if this is voice acted. Yes. Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected they'd received help. To think it came from Royally, my right hand. There's more. We have reason to believe that Royally didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Meteor Project, Solus von Galvis showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, that didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Royally played a part. Alas, those provisions did not prevent Dalamon from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Emperor was left to rue its attack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals, until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon. Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies, yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why? The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerged to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest. But there was one in Garlemald that believed that von Belisar's actions were premature, one who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped his leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring von Belisar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Uldar prior to the calamity to underline the Legion's effort. A man who outranks von Belisar yet is opposed to the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Gallian army, now known as Emperor Varus von Galvis. So he was Royally's true master. But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Royally served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In doing so, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were. 7 hells, you mean to say that she was a double agent?
I'm gonna go restart the print. Is it finished?
Triple, if you consider her services to von Belisar and the new Emperor as separate. As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her imperial or monetarist capitalist masters. Could it be another hand is at work here? If so, Royally must be made to reveal whose is. Not only have I lost a trusted friend, I must now interrogate her as a stranger. Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but not a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back. I know that full well. Those closest to Royally have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her. General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwilling abettors among them. All will be treated fairly, on that you have my word. There are those who are innocent, have no cause to fear. You have been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave. There's a lot of cutscenes here. All these years I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Royally? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while people starve. I know you can hear me, capitalist scum. Your crimes will not go unpunished. One day I will purge this land of your sickness before the eyes of the 12, I swear it. Ah! I shall have no further need of you this day, Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long. Has the situation grown so grim? Ever since he proposed the Cartonau Reclamation Bill, Telegi Adalegi has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of the impoverished refugees. The capitalists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. The capital... Oh, whoops. Yet, now is the time to be bickering, isn't to be bickering among ourselves. If this bickering is threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the syndicate? Would the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class whom the Cabal represents. This would only serve to exasperate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. I would not do so to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds. A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall never be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the capitalists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole. And the presence of a guardian agent within the immortal flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the capitalists with a rod to beat Raubon. Eorzea can ill afford the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze towards our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Can not be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah. The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The capitalists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth, they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the syndicate that must be dissolved. Oh shit. I mean, nay, you jest.
Oh, that was spicy.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Raubamp to preserve order, to protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves, for a strong Eorzea will ever need of a strong Ul'dah. She's dissolving the Sultanate as well as the Syndicate.
So she's dissolving the Sultanate?
Yeah, she's destroying the capitalist's order and the Sultanate to instill a democratic system in Ul'dah.
Nice. Nice.
Your Grace, are you certain of this? There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and capitalists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Raubam, forgive me for casting aside all you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects. She's upending the entirety of the Ul'dah political system in order to deal with the capitalists who suck so much. Alright, have you caught up, and did you cut through all that cutscene?
Yeah, I cut through all that cutscene.
So you have this good intentions quest that's locked out?
Yes, that is locked out.
So we have to do the Bowl of Embers Naval and Howling Eye on hard mode in order to
Well, we can
progress.
do one of them, I think.
I think we have time for one of them. Do you want to do Ifrit, Titan, or Garuda?
Garuda's
The worst.
The worst. So why don't we do that?
Adoki. I could also queue us for all three and just see what we get randomly. It's another option.
I don't know how to. You think that'd be all right?
Probably. I don't know.
Like maybe.
We either choose one specifically or we just get one of the three randomly. It's the same either way.
Yeah.
But before I queue us, I need to get you in the group again.
Yes, you do. I'm spending time
Fixing everything.
like going through and tweaking my HUD, because in that last one it was just like I literally can't see
Oh, I need hard mode.
anything, and it was really frustrating.
So I don't think we have unlocked naval or Howling Eye hard modes. We have Bowl of Embers hard unlocked, but I think we need to do some of the quests. So
You tell me what we should do, because I'm just very focused on making sure I can be effective.
I am just checking quick. I'm looking for which quests we have to do. So I'm gonna teleport over to Limsa Lominsa and see if there's a quest for Garuda to unlock hard mode on Garuda.
Okay. That is A-okay for me.
Since you're deep in the UI pit.
Yes.
Let's see. Any blue quests? I'm not seeing one. And it might be you have to do them in order. You know, you might have to do Ifrit, and then it unlocks Titan.
Well, if we have Ifrit...
I'll just queue us for Ifrit.
Yes.
Bowl of Embers hard. Join.
Is there any way to move the chat log at all?
There's a little thing on the, let's see. Log settings. I feel like there should be.
I feel like there should be. You can't move it in the
You can enable resizing of it.
Yeah, I can resize it. I would like to get it more over here.
Further over.
Yeah.
Well, we're queued right now, so I will look while we're queued. It looks like it's not a long wait, but I'm not sure.
Because I would like to have that just separated more. Well, you know what? I can do a quick Google search.
There you go.
That was a lot of buzz.
Yeah. Temple, yep. I'm gonna go to Morbid Dry Docks and turn this quest in, this blue one. I'm not sure if it's, oh, sorry, my teleport might have popped up over here. Related to any of these quests. Ah, that was for Hullbreaker Isle. which is another thingy. Got it. Dungeon. Ah, well, Ifrit's up.
Okay. I can keep finicking with it.
Yeah, so Ifrit on hard mode, I feel like is fairly similar.
I think so. Yeah. I'm going to turn the game sound back on now that we're out of cutscenes so people can hear that.
I know you have to like kill nails and stuff like that, so before they explode.
Yeah.
That did not turn as soon as I was expecting. Shooting beams across where he lands, and then he shot a beam across.
Ooh, a little too close there. Lot more movement in this.
Yeah, he's probably gonna fill the middle next. Two nails. Three nails.
Yep, 3 nails.
4. There's one under him. Landed in the middle. Blows everything up. Meleeing and annoying. Lots of AoE.
Yes, lots of it. Holy cow.
Now there's 3 of them.
Oh, I misjudged that. Yes, there are. Holy cow. That's
alright. We got it.
That's nice. A lot more movement in the fight. Lot more movement. That's really the takeaway. Is a ton of movement.
Ifrit's Codex. I don't know. I'll just roll green on them. Oh, I got Ifrit's Codex.
Cool.
That's a scholar item. Alright. So we did that. So that is done.
What's next? Where shall we go?
Well, I went to Morabi Dry Docks and turned in King of the Hall, which opened up another dungeon, but not the ones we need.
Where are the Morabi Dry Docks?
If you just click on the quest, King of the Hall, it's probably you have to go into your journal.
Yeah, I don't see it on the side there.
Should be lower. Click on King of the Hall and click map. Oh, you have to talk to someone here.
Do I have to go down, it looked like? Limsa Minsa lower dock.
I think that's in the upper area, so go to the aft castle.
I was trying to figure out exactly where it is. That's the thing that Limsa Minsa.
It's
just so stacked. I'm like, I can't tell where the hell it is.
And then north.
North?
Should be.
There's one?
Maybe. No.
I was like, I don't think it's there.
Yeah, north.
It is?
See?
Why doesn't it show up on the map?
Because you're just too zoomed in.
Okay. But this is when I click on map. And look, it doesn't show up when you're just on map.
No, he might be down. Goes. No, not that one. He might be either below the way you were going, or there's like that right there.
Why? Why? Screw this. Ugh. Why would you make like such a layered city? Ugh.
Angry.
So angry. Okay. I finally deposited all of the tickets. The ones that are like, hey, do you want to teleport for free? I finally deposited so it can never ask me again.
Yeah. You got rid of all that, so you're like, I can do this now.
Yes. I got rid of them.
Okay. It looks like the unlocks for these are in Waking Sands.
Okay.
I just Googled it, and that seemed to be the indication. The unlocks for the other hard modes.
So we need to do
Limsa Lominsa to Arcanist Guild to Dock.
why not just travel there?
You're not in Limsa Lominsa. You're having a hard time today.
See, this is the thing. I don't know all these things. I don't know all the little... You can't click on that one. You have to click on that one. Then why are you even showing me that?
But why don't you stay there for a minute while I check it out?
Okay.
Make sure before you do all of that. Because okay, so Papa Limo, yes. Okay, Papa Limo is here with the quest for hard mode Garuda.
Okay.
And you can turn in your Odin report to Urianger while you're there. Who has the hard mode for Leviathan and Shiva as well.
So were we supposed to pick these up, like, before moving to Revenant's Toll? Or are they just, like, back here?
Yeah, I think so. So those quests were introduced before Revenant's Toll was introduced to the game. So this was still the hub at the time for things like that.
Gotcha. This is one of those things where they're like, yeah, we're just not gonna move them.
Yeah, basically. So where is the Titan hard mode? Unlocked.
Okay, got them. This is one of the few times where I've seen some sort of, I'd call them a sloppy coding. It's like, okay, if you're gonna move the hub in the story.
Okay, yeah, we have to defeat Garuda before we can unlock Titan.
Okay. Well, I think we have time for Garuda.
Yeah, we just, I'll teleport us to Gridania where we can unlock the mode.
Yeah.
And we will go into Garuda.
Like, the location of those quests seems like they could make it somewhat dependent on player progress without much difficulty.
And there's
Just a condition of, if this quest has been here, then move these completion points to there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd think. But apparently not. That's an Odin one.
I figured I'd pick it up so we don't miss it.
Alright, now I just have to attune to the A3. I mean, all of these make sense when it's like, ooh, we released this one this week and stuff. And it's sort of, as hated as it is, it's sort of what Destiny has avoided by just going like, oh, that content's old enough now, we're just not putting it in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Which
is controversial, but
because it's like, oh, now there's content that's like time locked.
Of course, if you come in like halfway through a season,
yeah,
or near the end of a season, it's just like on you too. So you still get that,
but it's less. But on the other hand, now that content is like unavailable. You know, which is like, I bought a game, why can I not access the content, you know? So I feel like there's not a good answer. Alright, oh, Howling Eye.
I feel like there is a good answer, but it takes a lot of work.
It does. It takes a ton of work, because you have to constantly redo stuff. I'm just taking us to unlock another blue quest while we're queuing.
So I come at this from a database management perspective, because I've done quite a bit of database management work in my life and keeping things clean and neat and all this stuff. And then the prospect of a new database structure, a new database architecture comes along. That's vastly superior.
In all sorts of ways.
In all these ways. But the premise of all the work it takes to translate one DB to another.
I mean, hell, we're seeing that in our dungeon tile designs right now. We're like, hey, we have a new system that we think will work even better in every imaginable way. But it just takes a ton to get there.
Yes.
A ton of testing and a ton of...
It takes a lot of work. It's slow. It slows things down. It's hard. You have to kind of slog through it. And I run into this a lot in, you know, I've worked in a ton of different corporate settings over the years.
Go to the app, yes.
Okay. And... hang on. Are we doing another, like, blue turn-in?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've worked in a lot of different places. I've worked with a lot of different places, even if I didn't work for them. And worked my way up through different managerial levels. I've seen all sorts of decisions being made. And unfortunately, the habit that I see most frequently within workplace environments is a decision of immediate expediency
over
long-term returns.
Stability and returns. Yeah.
I've seen that decision being made so frequently, and it's so painfully obvious when you're involved in this. And the really awful truth about making a good decision is that choosing the right thing
is often unpopular,
It often involves a whole lot of work, and you're going to get pushback from people on a couple of fronts. One, there are going to be people who just, I don't want to do that work. This is fine the way it is. I don't want to learn a new thing. That everything is fine the way it is. Why are we changing anything?
Yeah.
And if you want to make a smart decision about stuff, you have to be thinking ahead, looking at the future, not looking at the present, about where are we going next. And then you need to start aligning that. And not every new technology is always going to be great. Like, you guys going back to a database example here, not switching to the next newest greatest database structure.
Do you have Blood for Stone quest?
Blood for, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, not switching is sometimes the right decision.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely good.
Whale entrance.
It's definitely an improvement. But is it enough of an improvement?
This is just for Shiva hard mode.
Oh, okay. And now we need to go tune to the thing, right?
Basically, yeah. You can keep talking.
So sometimes there's not always a strong enough advantage to make a switch. But, I see this, all of this is evident in some of the game management choices where you're going, okay, is this going to be good for the players? Will this be a better experience? Yeah. Will it give them more? Yes. Is it going to cost money and time and effort to do this? Yes. Are we going to make any additional money from it? And that's where it falls apart. Are we going to make any additional money? Because the answer is usually no. When you talk about improving customer experience, which is what this started from, it's usually no. It's not often when someone goes, wow, the thing got better.
I'm going to pay more.
I am now going to be turning into an advocate for your product.
I'm going to bring other people in.
Like, that usually doesn't happen, in part because if people are relatively happy enough as it is now, there's not a strong reason to do better from a financial perspective. It doesn't mean that there's not just like, yeah, I want to continue delivering the best product, but you're not thinking in that immediate financial return, And especially from a game design where you're like, well, they like 80% of the game, and if there's 20% that they don't like, well, let's just not focus on it very much and let that go away. That's all the decision making.
Do you have Seeking Solace?
Let me see. Seeking Solace. I do, yeah.
Figure while we're waiting
trying to
the queue, just clearing out and wrapping up some of these blue unlock quests that we have a million of.
Yeah, we have so many.
Well, yeah, it's the end of the first.
Yep, gotta run around, get all the stuff. At least some of these dungeons actually drop some loot that you can use. A lot of the dungeons don't. It's not that I don't understand why they don't do these things, why they make the choices. Because they're walking this line between, you know, what do we think is the biggest return for investment here?
There we are. Up in the tree.
And one of the things I have been talking about fairly excitedly on stream regularly is when Destiny 3 comes out. Because they've said, yeah, there's one more expansion after this, and it might very well be the last expansion.
Back up in the tree again.
And then Destiny 3. And there are some very good reasons why they might want to go into Destiny 3. For example, they have... If they want to add more playable races, like
More classes.
maybe the Cabal get the light.
Yeah.
Maybe-
Or the House of Light.
Maybe the House of Light
Elixir.
gets it back, you know? Well, maybe you can play as a Hive character in the future.
A Light Hive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the Lucent Hive. Maybe you reach some sort of... Yeah, you know, there's all these story things, but in the game they've programmed it so you can only have 3 characters. That's like the hard limit.
And there's 3 classes, 3
And-
races.
And so they're like, oh, well, okay. So there's some like stuff that's baked into the game with character design and everything like that that they can't undo.
Yeah.
And that's a very good reason to go and like, we're going to start a fresh game. That's built around what we want to do in the future. We've expanded it to this point, and that's where we're going to play. That's a good reason to make a new game. But you also can bet your butt that they are not going to let any of the like ships or shaders or any of the things that you spent silver on come over to the new game.
Yeah. Because, you know, then they can sell it to you again. Right?
Oh yeah, I mean they've literally done that
Yeah.
already. So I mean, people who watched us know that because we have Galahorn, we have the 30th anniversary pack, and we bought the 30th anniversary pack in part to be able to give some feedback about it, and our consensus is that it ain't worth it.
Unless you're just like, I really need to have Galahorn because it's a broken weapon. And I'm willing to pay way too much
and at
for
that
it.
point, it's just like, okay, wow. I'm gonna try running up the circle
Wow,
here.
using the tree stairs as intended.
Yeah.
This is the beast tribe for the
Yes.
cells. It just realistically is not worth it because it's basically the price of a game in and of itself. For you get like a dungeon that's like kind of fun and then kind of sucks in some ways.
Yeah, I can't say that the Grasp of Avarice
Is like
is
good.
really worth it.
Do you have Weaponsmith of Legend?
Yep, sure do.
Okay, you have to talk to the Revenant's toll person.
Okay. Yeah, we've got it, we've played it, and I can't say that it's worth it. I can't. I don't think that it brings value to the game.
So, fly up north in Revenant's Toll. Here is where the Weaponsmith of Legend is. I already turned this in one time when we were in Mordona, so I'm gonna hang out with my Smith.
Is it like all the way up here?
Yeah, it's like in the building.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Alright, now keep going. I'm just clearing stuff.
Oh. Yeah. I guess the message here is, in general, if, you know, buying 10 or 15 bucks here or there.
Should we keep queuing? I mean, it's past 2.
We've been waiting for a while, and it says the average wait time is 11 minutes.
Over the average wait. So.
There it is.
There it is. Okay.
I was like, we should be getting pretty close. In general, if you're going to spend additional money on a game developer's products, go into it knowing full well that if it's with, especially if it's for things like cosmetics, it ain't gonna last forever. And just please know what you're doing. Be aware that they are there to take your money. And you know, I don't know, something here and there makes you happy. Great.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with that.
Sorry, focusing in a little.
Yeah, this fight actually is sort of
A little more technical. This is not a melee heavy fight.
no, I can see that it isn't. I am down. That teleported basically on top of me there. Came back in and ouch. Yeah, Garuda.
Yeah, Garuda is an annoying fight. Especially when What?
I'm still there.
Are you?
Yep.
I don't think I can help. Oh, it just revives you back.
And I think that's going to be it for today.
I think so. We did Garuda.
It's at our start. It's just a few minutes past. That was a long queue.
Oh, yeah.
So, as a reminder for folks, I'll be sending this out on social media. This weekend is Easter Sunday.
So we're not
going to be broadcasting a show this Sunday. As a heads up, even though it's a fair number of weeks out still, we're not going to be broadcasting a show on Mother's Day either. That's, I think, the 8th of May.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. It's like the third week
There's like
after.
2 weeks in between.
There's 2 weeks in between Easter and Easter. It's the 8th.
Yep. that's what I
Yep,
thought.
you were right.
So we're not broadcasting this weekend. There's not going to be a new episode this Sunday because it's Easter. We are also not going to be broadcasting on May 8th because it's Mother's Day. And we're going to be spending that with Mom.
Yep.
So that's some long-term heads up and some short-term heads up. We'll be tweeting that out and sending it out on Instagram and everything. Remind people that we won't be on this week.
And in the relatively near future here, we're going to be switching the video game streams to like art and game design stuff.
Yeah, for the simple reason that seems to be what people want to engage with us the most.
And it's sort
So
of
fantastic.
more
We will
in
do
the
that more.
Dungeons and Dragons vibe.
Yeah. So we'll do that more and bring that to everybody. If you want to support the show and you like what we do, head over to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/Dice and Dungeons, and become a patron today. I think I've remembered everything. I don't think there's anything else.
No.
Okay.
This episode was brought to you by
Us.
Video games and us.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.